Hello YouTube, King David here, and as promised, here is my video on how to make a Bukkit server, but not only just a Bukkit server for 1.8, because not a lot of people know that Bukkit's actually out for 1.8. So I'm going to be showing you a couple tips and tricks how to keep your 1.8 Bukkit server up and running, where to get new releases of Bukkit, and how to do it on both Windows and Linux. Not going to go too far in depth on the Windows thing. I already have a video up for how to make a Minecraft server on Windows 7 for 1.8, but that was not for Bukkit. What I want to show you guys is how simple it is to use any mod you want. Mod as in Bukkit. I think that's pretty much the only one. So basically what you're going to want to do is you want to go to my video, and you're going to just copy and paste this. If this right here does not work, you're going to want to use this one. And what this does is, it pulls from your ProgramFiles x86, java.jar bin java.exe, and runs it with that much RAM. But for my computer particularly, it uses this just fine. So let's minimize, and what you're going to want to do is make a new folder on your desktop, name it whatever the hell you want, and you're just going to want to do new, and then text document. So then you go in that text document, you paste what you got from that video, and what do you know? You save it as run.bat. But what'd you just do? You just made that run.bat. But guess what? One, we don't have a jar for the server, and two, we don't have. Well, no, we don't have. It's going to use a Minecraft_server jar. So all you have to do is you just take that out and you rename it to craftbukkit.jar. All you gotta do is press save, close it. So now you have that. But now you're wondering, David, where do I get that Bukkit? So this is where I'm going to show you now. This link will be in the description, of course. ci.bukkit.org/job/dev-craftbukkit. Basically what this is the development of craftbukkit. Ever since, well, they've had a lot of builds. I think it's something like 1096 they've had 1.8. I feel like it's even farther back. I'm not sure. But anyway, the current build is 1139, as you can see over here once you go to this page. All you got to do is click this right here where it says the date. It takes you to this page. You click this, and look, there's your download for Bukkit. I've already saved this, but this is also bring up a very key thing that people have been having trouble with. If you take a look, if you already have a craftbukkit or a Minecraft_server jar, it's going to put a number next to it. You got to get rid of that number. And for Minecraft server jar, you just got to get rid of the number. But for Bukkit, the run.bat we just made is going to look for craftbukkit.jar. Right now, it's craftbukkit-0.0.1-snapshot 6. What you're going to want to do is you want to take that craftbukkit file, and you're just going to want to drag it to your folder on your desktop that you made. Now what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to rename it. So just remove everything but the craftbukkit. Press enter. And what do you know? You just created a Minecraft server that's running Bukkit and 1.8. So let's press run, and look at this. As you can see, a command line pops up and tells you what the heck's going on. And it's preparing spawn. What? No way. Okay, so now let's open up our trusty dusty Minecraft. And a lot of people have been asking, hey, I can't connect to my server. Well, guess what? In order to connect to your server, if it's in your house right now, you cannot connect with your IP. You're going to have to connect with localhost. So you press enter with the localhost, and what do you know? I am now in the Minecraft server, as you can see over here, King David, bam, with my local IP. And it's laggy, quite laggy. But the reason for that is because it's still generating the map. See, look, oh, and now it's done generating. Let's see if there's any block lag. Oh, what do you know? There's some block lag. Whoa, actually, no, there isn't. I'm in spawn. You guys do on the command line OP King David. Look, I'm now in OP. Alright, so now let's see break blocks. Oh, no block lag. But now you're wondering, how do I allow my friends to come play? Well, what you have to do is you need to port forward. I'm not going to go into this because there's so many tutorials out there, and I don't feel the need that I have to. But a lot of people are wondering, where can I find my IP address? All you got to do is just type in ipchicken.com. There you go, there's your IP. And what do you know? You now know my IP. I don't really care. And you know what? I just realized I'm just gonna blur it out. But anyway, that's how you make the Minecraft server on your Windows desktop in about 2 minutes. So now let's just ignore all this crap. Let's say I've got my Linux server, which I already have up. Oh, that's not a command. Anyway, so you just log into your Linux server running CentOS, and you want to know, David, how do I upgrade to Bukkit 1.8, or how do I make a Bukkit server? Well, you can go check out my video on how to make a Minecraft server on CentOS, but you know what? I don't have a link for it open right now, but it will be in the description. Let me find it real quick. Alright. Where are you? Okay, right here. So, as you can see, this is a whole tutorial on how to do it, but guess what? You have all these things right here. You got your Minecraft.sh, but you can, well, it actually uses the same run.bat as Windows. So, all you're going to do is you're going to go on your Linux server, and you're going to want to do cd, no, not cd, you're going to do ls. So now you see what's in your Linux server. So now let's do make directory. This is implying you haven't already have your Minecraft server set up, but I'm just going to set it up just in case we didn't. So now you've made your directory named Minecraft. So now you're going to do, as you can see, I just did an ls, you can now see Minecraft right there. So now you're going to do cd Minecraft. Oops. So now you're there, ls, nothing here. What you're going to want to do now is wget. You're going to go back to that dev bucket, and you're going to right click it. You can click copy link location. Now go back here, and all you have to do is right click in your putty, and bam, now it's started downloading. Best thing about a Bukkit, not a Bukkit server, a lot of times you can buy a VPS running CentOS, no port forwarding involved. It's great. So now let's go ls, you now see your craftbukkit. Now you're wondering, how can I rename that, David? We're on CentOS, it's not like Windows. Well, you just do move, which is MV, then you highlight it, and then you right click it. There you go, puts it right there. Now you're going to rename it to craftbukkit.jar. Bam. ls. Bam. So, now, you're like, but how do I start it? Well, now you're going to do nano start.sh. Now, what it just did is it made a file that's called start.sh, which is the same thing as in run.bat on your Windows machine. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to copy this. If you've already not done it, just copy it from the video, or from the description. You right click, bam, it just pasted. Now you're going to go Control X, yes. Yes is aka just type Y. Enter. Now you're going to do ls, and look, now you see you have your craftbukkit.jar and your start.sh. Now you're wondering, how do I start the server? Well, you're going to want to do yum install screen if you don't already have it. But what do you know, I already have it installed, of course. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention, you're going to need Java, of course. So now, to start the server, all you're going to have to do is screen sh start.sh. And as you can see, it's now starting up. Now you're wondering, how can I connect to that server? Well, all you need is the IP. I can't really connect to this server because I don't know the IP off the top of my head, but anyway, it's ready to be connected to. This is just a dedicated server I've laid in around 12 gigs. But as you can see, it's now started up, but you're wondering, how the heck do I get out of this screen? Well, what you're going to have to do is you're just going to have to close your putty session and reconnect to your server. As you can see, I got a little shortcut set up here. I'm already back. ls. See, those ls aren't required, but I like to do it. cd Minecraft, and now we're back in our directory. But how do we get back into that screen session? You're going to want to do a screen-r. And voila, you're now back. You can OP King David D, because that guy likes to be OP. But anyway, this has been King David. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Please, please, please post your comments with any of your questions. I will try my best to answer them, but I cannot always get back to you. Anyway, comment, rate, and subscribe. Hope you enjoy this video.